Welcome back to Albuff. My name's Adam. Today we're going to be doing our round 7 tips for the AFL 2021 season. Cracking round last round. Bunch of wonderful games. We had our Anzac game, our pre-Anzac game, which, let's face it, I didn't enjoy as much as probably Demon supporters did. However, we've got a huge round of footy ahead of us. Let's get into it. First of all, of course, Patrick K still sitting on top, equal with Bulletproof 5000 and Cooper Stormonth as far as the tips go. Then I am sitting the next best after those top 3, sitting number 4. And I'm the only one on 39 tips, then a bunch of 38s, 37s. And let's go down to the bottom, because let's see how many we got now. 78, we've got 79, we've got a brand new person. Welcome Ethan Ross to the tipping competition. Hope you enjoy it and have a bit of fun as well. Vote Elbow for, what's this name? Vote Elbow F. Vote Elbow F. I don't know. Can I click on you? Nope. Don't know what that name is. Matty Boy 44. Let's call out just a couple of other random names that pop out to me. Halfwits 1. Fair enough. And let's go up here and pick out... No, I've done that one before. VB Fott. Hello, VB Fott. Fotty P. All right, let's get into our tips, shall we? Tipping. All right, tonight's game, my Tigers versus the Bulldogs. Top of the table, undefeated. We had to face off with a 6-0 team last week. We've got another 7-0 team this week. This is going to be tricky for the Tigers. Frankly, if I wasn't a Richmond supporter, I'd probably tip in the Bulldogs. Injury worries for the Tigers. The Bulldogs are in absolute cracking form. Dusty's over in New Zealand. Vlosten's still not back. Presti is still injured. Grimes is not 100%. Look, it's going to be a tough one, and I'm going to tip the Tigers. Oh, no, I have to pick I always have to do that. I just assume they know I'm a Richmond supporter. I'm going to pick Richmond. I'm going to pick the Richmond by 2 points. A thriller at the MCG on Friday night. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go to the game or watch it because my mum, who is a costume designer, actually has a show opening that night. So I'll be watching that instead. I'll be watching a theatre production instead of watching the footy. But I can guarantee you that I'll be keeping one eye on the football, along with my dad, who'll be sitting next to me. All right, Saturday night, Pies versus the Suns. Pies went down in an absolute cracking game against the Bombers last week, and of course the Suns look good as well. We are at the MCG, right? Yep, MCG. Saturday Arvo. That's a 50-50 game in my head. Most of the tipsters and the things are going towards that way. However, the Suns had a great matchup. Didn't they get a big win last week? Pretty sure they got a big win last week, didn't they? I'm surprised on that 76-24, frankly. Although Bucks is fighting for his life at the moment, I feel like if the Pies lose this week, Buckley could very well get the big old axe, I reckon. I'll come back to that. Pies, I just can't pick. I actually tipped them last week against the Bombers as well. I told you, the Pies this season are the team that I can't pick. I pick them when I tip them to win when they lose, and I tip them to lose when they win. It was Hawthorn last year. This year it's Collingwood. I'm going to come back to that match. We got the Crows versus the Giants at Adelaide Oval. All the money is, it's pretty close actually. $1.85 to $2. But tipsters are heading the Crows. I'm going to agree with that one. Giants just got over the line against the Swans a little while ago. However, for me, I think there's still major issues down there, and the Crows are a young, hungry team, and they're especially good at Adelaide Oval, so don't overlook that one. Giants, I think, will go down in that one pretty comfortably. Marvel Stadium, St Kilda versus the Hawks. Oh, wow. There are some major issues happening in St Kilda at the moment, and they need to start sorting it out. Is this the game that they start to sort it out against for the Hawks? That's a tricky one. That's another 50-50 game. I'll come back to that one. Lions versus Port Adelaide Power at the Gather. This is a cracking matchup. The Lions have found their sprite. Port Adelaide are, of course, sitting towards the top of the ladder as well, looking fantastic. Lions versus Port at the Gabba. The money is just going for, 6 cents? 6 cents towards the Port Adelaide. Most of the tipsters have gone to Port Adelaide as well. However, the Lions do play the Gabba very well. This is going to be a cracking match. When's this one? Saturday night. That's a good game to sit down and watch. My gut's telling me the Lions. The gut is telling the Lions. Port are good. If it was at Port, hands down, not a question in the world. However, Gabba, the Lions play the Gabba well. We're going to go with the Lions, which means it looks like I'm going to be going against the tipsters on this one. So I guess this is technically a far wide tip. However, definitely a 50-50 game in my opinion. I think I'm going to go with the Lions. Swans, the SCG against the Cats. The Cats have come home. They've finally put Jezza in. Jezza's back in there. They've got that potent forward line going. It's at the SCG. I still think the Cats are going to have to start to pick up their game if they're going to start to make their way towards that top of the ladder. My prediction at the start of the year was the Cats ending top of the ladder. I don't know if that's going to happen. However, I think they can pick this game up against the Swans at the SCG. North Melbourne versus the Demons. Ooh. Last week, I'm a mad Richmond supporter, obviously. I've been a Tiger supporter my entire life. I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows, I've seen everything in between, which, let's face it, it's either been high or low with the Tigers. Not much middle ground. And wow, the Demons look just so much better than its last weekend. Out-muscled, out-powered, outran, just pushed us around. It looked like boys playing against men, right, at times. And the Demons look very good early in the season. Very, very good. They've got shades of what I feel like could be that 2017, 2016 Richmond, where they've got their star, their Dusty is, Petrarca. They've got their workhorses, like Cochin is, like Clayton Oliver. Gorney's looking fantastic. They've got a potent forward line. They've got, even, how is Ben Brown going to get a game in this team? McDonald keeps, just wowing it. And Wiedemann as well. I don't know how. Look, it's going to come down to injuries. It's a long season. We are only in round 7. Melbourne looks like they're going to be at least playing finals this year, which has got to be exciting for the Demon fans. And fingers crossed they can keep injury free. If they keep injury free, they've got to be in it for potentially a huge year. There is no way I'm tipping North Melbourne in that ever. And again, very brave 2% must be North Melbourne's fans. $13 to $1.02. That's poor North Melbourne. All right, on Sunday, Arvo, we've got the MCG Essendon versus Carlton. Old rivals, fantastic. This is like the battle of the top teams of the 90s, right? The Baby Bombers versus those Blues, Sticks Canahan, and Steven Solvani, and all that sort of gun players from the 90s when I was a kid. These were like the two best teams when I was growing up. 68% is going with the Bombers, and Blues have got 32%. But the betting is actually with the Bombers. This is, with the Blues, sorry. This is a true 50-50 game. I'm just having a quick look. My bub is still asleep, so he can stay sleeping while I try to work out who's going to win this game. Essendon versus Carlton. That's a cracker, actually. So that could be our pick a pack game, actually. That could be our pack game. That's a cracking match. Essendon looked really good against the Pies last week. Carlton have got so much to prove. They've got so much talent. It's just being wasted. That's a tough pick. The form, the sports bettor got Carlton, but the tipsters are going with Essendon. Ooh, that could be our 50-50 game. I feel like that could be our pack game. And the Eagles versus the Fremantle Dockers. It's a battle of the West, of course. The West Coast teams, you got to go with the Eagles over the top of the Dockers. Even with the few injuries the Eagles have had, they're still just a very, very, very good team. All right, let's go to the back up top. What did we miss? Pies versus Suns. Is it terrible that I'm thinking Suns? Is that a terrible, terrible idea? Potentially. But I just can't pick Collingwood. I know whatever way I'm going to go in this match. Okay, if you're watching this video, whichever way I go in this, go the opposite, because I just can't pick the top Pies this season. I can't pick them when they win. I can't pick them when they lose. I don't think I've got a Collingwood tip correct this season. You can have a look back at my old tips. I reckon I haven't been able to tip the Pies all season. So whatever happens in this match, I know that I'm not going to get it right. So with that being said, I'm going to pick the Pies. I'm going to tip the Pies. Because I want the Suns to win. I want the Suns to start getting that run on that I thought they were going to have. Pies are sitting one win. This has to be it. If they lose this week, I reckon Buckley is done. So let's put the fates of Buckley's career as coach in the hands of the football gods, eh? All right, Saints versus the Hawks. Surely the Saints turn around now. Surely the Saints. This is, both teams have won 2 games. This is the battle of 15 versus 16. The Saints on paper have got a cracking team. They've got their ruckman back. They need Paddy Ryder. That's what they need. They need Paddy Ryder to come back. Is he back this week? I don't know. I'm not even keeping track of the Saints injuries. I'm going to go with the Saints because surely they can't be as bad as they've been, right? This is the week they can turn it around, get a win over the lowly Hawks, get those 3 wins, push themselves a little bit up the ladder, and start to rebuild because they've got a very, very good team. But you don't know what's going to happen. All right. Last game. This is a tricky one. MCG Sunday Arvo 3:20. Essendon versus the Blues. Classic rivals. The tips have gone one way. The bookies have got the other way. This is my pick a pack. So what I'm going to do is in the comments of this video, tip who do you think is going to win, Essendon or the Blues? And by tip exact how much they win by. If you tip the exact amount, then I will be sending you out a free pack of TEAMCOACH 2021, or I'll open up one on the channel, and if you don't like the card inside, you can go through my trade folder. Speaking of which, trade folders, I'm very, very far behind. I might have to just close it for a little bit, just so I can try to catch up, because I'm so far behind. I've been so busy with everything, so I'm sorry if you've messaged me and I'm trying to look for trades. I'm just been inundated with so many. I've been loads of stuff going on in life. It's just, please be patient with me. I'm trying to get it done as best I possibly can. With that being said, Bombers or the Blues? Bombers or the Blues? Man, Darcy Parish was good last week, wasn't he? 40-something touches. Bomber fans have been screaming. My good mates who are Bomber fans have been screaming to put Parish in the centre for a long time. They finally did it, and he gets 40 touches. Turns out sometimes the fans are right, guys. I'm gonna go. It's a real 50-50. It's one of those games of it's just whoever's going to turn up on the day big time. Like, both of these teams have potential to be like huge game breakers, but it just depends on which team's going to turn up. The Blues have had a lot of pressure on them, but the Bombers had a big win last week against the Pies. Let's face it, it was just the Pies, right? Where are they sitting on the ladder? They're literally sitting 2-2, 2 wins, equal 12-13. Man, so we've got 12 versus 13 and 15 versus 16 this week. And second versus 18. I think either way with this, it doesn't matter. Is this video going for... Yeah, this video's already gone for like 14 minutes. I need to make a tip. Let's go with the Bombers. The Bombers? All right, let's just lock it in. I'll think about it later. Let's just lock it in. Let's go do our TEAMCOACH tips. TEAMCOACH tips, let's put these in there as well. I went the Lions. That was a bit of an upset, so at least I haven't gone all favourites this week. I've gone the Pies. I can't tip that team. Gone the Bombers, went the Saints, went the Tigers, went the Demons, went Cats, went Crows, and went Eagles. Save that. I still haven't got my prize card. I haven't got my prize card for tipping yet. I was very close. I had one round where I only missed one game. But I am still looking for... Who's the thing? Still need my Shea Bolton. That's what I'm still waiting for. Jack Rewalt, Star Powers. I'm just not doing well in Star Powers. And Pressia, I just haven't been able to pull. If you have either of those 3 cards, please hit me up. That one I will put to the top of the trade pile to try to get these 3 cards, by the way. All right. I think that's all of them. I think that is it. Beautiful. Let's do this thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy my content, please make sure you like and comment down below. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love if you can consider maybe hitting that bell icon and the subscribe button to come along with me on my YouTube journey. I got plenty more footy action as we go deeper into the season. On Saturday, tomorrow, I'll be having my video that was owed from last week, opening up the remainder of my captain cards. I did not lose the footage, so that is coming out then. Plus, on Sunday, I've got some viewer mail and a couple of extra packs as well. So please make sure you come and watch those with me. But apart from all, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're staying safe, staying healthy, being amazing, and as always, I will see you in the next one.